Hey, what's up, everybody? Welcome to the Top Dog Show right here on the Big Play Sports Network, brought to you by FanDuel. I'm Bria Cribbs, alongside my legends over here. We got Josh Cribbs, Reggie Langhorne, and the top dog himself, Mr. Hanford Dixon.
The dog is barking.
We love
dog
to
is
hear
barking.
the dogs are in the house, right? On today's show, of course, we're going to get into that preseason game we saw the other day.
Absolutely.
Browns headlines, NFL headlines. I think, Hanford, you going to talk about the Guardians today, too?
Yeah, we got to talk about them.
What you mean? We got to show the whole city love. I know this is Brownstown.
We're not showing them love.
Dog, do you understand that we're trying to make the playoffs here?
Yeah, definitely.
I mean,
I want World Series.
World Series, baby. And we got to talk about Flacco being named the starter for season week 1.
Hey,
Yep.
Hey, we got to talk about, I'm just glad he's here in one piece right now, Langhorne. One of us was playing in a basketball game.
Oh, my
Yeah.
gosh. And I can hear all the bones cracking over here.
Yeah, you see me hold my knees. I actually had to ice my knees down. Like, this is not a joke. Like, I've really saw, and I know people saw my pictures I put up. I have to put out this disclaimer that the jerseys were undersized. Everyone's jersey, not
He
just
had on
mine,
a medium.
but everybody. No, it was an XL, but they were cut small.
Was your muscles popping out, dog?
Something else was popping out of my
Whoa!
It was like I had too much to eat.
Like you had or you did
My
have too
dad
much eat?
bod was out.
I don't know why we find it so hard to realize that once we retire, how much things change.
Yeah.
You ain't what you used to be, dog.
I thought I could do it. I thought I could run up and down. I think it was, I want to say, 2 drives, two possessions. We possessed the ball, and then they possessed the ball. And running up and down 1, 2, I was like, man,
Hey.
I don't think I'm going to be able to do this. Yeah, I was looking for my replacement. I'm like, I know this is a celebrity basketball game, but I'm about to do it from the bench.
Hey, Lane, you remember when we used to have those basketball games when we used to go and they used to pick someone for us to play, and we used to go all over and play in those games?
You know the cool
Hold
thing
up, y'all
about
did
that?
this too?
Yeah.
We did it. There would be a gentleman that would come, and we would play February, March, April. And might be 8, 10 of us on Winnebago, or we'd go somewhere like Lima.
He said Winnebago.
Or Toledo.
Wow.
But the cool thing, very seldom do we play tough games. We play like the
Right,
Park.
right,
Yeah.
right.
Oh, my
It's
Lord.
going to be 140.
Some non-athletes. I was probably crushing them.
Nothing like a 6'8" guy.
Guys,
You
I had a
know?
6'8" guy on it. He blocked my shot. I had to go up to him and say, bro, I'm Cribbs, bro. Like, what? Bro,
That's
you
why
made
I
me look
blocked
bad in
He
front of
was
everybody.
disrespectful.
Bro, dunking on everybody. I'm like, bro, just don't dunk on me then.
I know how y'all
man,
roll.
that's
Anything y'all get
funny.
invited to, y'all gonna try to dominate, take over, and show
Absolutely.
your athleticism. But we got to talk about, Flacco being named the QB. We got that coming up next, you guys. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back.
Browns headlines are brought to you by Smart Choice Windows.
Smart Choice Windows is the place to go when you need to upgrade your home. And right now, they're running some awesome promotions like buy 2 windows, get 2 free. $1,500 off whole home siding or $500 off entry door installation. Plus, they offer great financing and no money down, no interest until 2027.
So if you're ready for quieter, more energy-efficient windows, give them a call at 844-GET-SMART or head over to smartchoicewindows.com to schedule your free, no-pressure estimate today. And make sure to ask about the Big Play bonus to get an additional 10% off all promotions.
All right, you guys, welcome back to the Top Dog Show. We have the Browns headlines right now brought to you by Smart Choice. Now, you guys, Flacco named QB starter for week 1. What's your thoughts on it? Mr. Dixon.
Listen to me.
It's
I
tough,
knew
though.
I knew you guys was gonna look at me first
you
because
the
I
top
knew
dog.
you.
Top
I
dog
mean,
over here. You the top dog.
I'll start it off because some people may not like what I'm gonna say about this whole thing, but again, I wasn't surprised. I wasn't surprised that Stefanski named Flacco the starter. I actually think it's not a bad move because obviously we know Flacco is an older quarterback. He's 40 years old. If I'm not mistaken, he may be one of the oldest quarterbacks that ever started in the National Football League. But the guy can play. I mean, but I don't think there's no way that he's going to start the whole season. I think at some point, Shedeur Sanders is going to come in and he's going to take over this starting job. Along with all
That's
that.
a revelation.
Wait a minute.
You just breezed over that part.
No.
Ooh.
Here's my point is, and you guys know I've been saying it. I've been saying it and saying it. I don't care if he's a rookie quarterback, if he could play, he could play. When I came out, you remember I told you guys, they threw me in the fire. I mean, they threw me in the fire. You had
was drafted. What?
I was first round draft pick.
So
I was
that's right. You was going to play.
I was going to play.
Somebody was going to get fired.
Right. I had to play. But I don't, again, it wouldn't have bothered me and if they would have named Shedeur Sanders the starter. But then again, they're not going to do that.
I haven't seen
but they're not going to do that. And let me tell you why they're not going to do that. And you guys already know that because, listen to me, they drafted Dillon 3rd round ahead of Shedeur. There's no way right now they're going to throw him in front of Shedeur because
their egos are too big to do that.
Yeah.
They picked him in the 3rd round, and they got to put him up there. He ain't going nowhere because he's got to prove that it was the right decision to pick him. Now, Flacco being the starter opening day is kind of what I predicted the whole time. I think he's a guy that deserves to be the starter. He's got all the experience. Now, this is my point. Week 8, Week 9, Week 10, if they're 2-8, then we're going to see both of these young men play.
Absolutely.
We'll see one of them play 4 weeks, one of them play the other 4 weeks. I think they both deserve a chance, the way they perform in the preseason, they have a chance to be the starting quarterback for this team. And as an organization, we need to make sure that we have a guy for next year so we don't have to pick another quarterback. We've got 6 in camp now, and we don't need any more. If we can't pick one from all 6 of these guys, and we got to pick another quarterback next year, we are going backwards again.
So, Reggie, you also, y'all both making decrees. Y'all decreeing, making powerful statements. You saying you think Shedeur should be named the starter or he should be ready to play. And you saying we don't need a quarterback next year. I believe that, and talking about Flacco in a second, they don't feel like they have their franchise. They don't feel like the quarterback of the future who going to play in that new stadium is quite in the building just yet. They're looking for that backup. But that's why we have possibly 2 first-round top 10 picks next season because they don't believe the quarterback is in the room. He could be in with the Browns, and that depends on Shedeur and Dillon Gabriel. Now, the odd man out is Kenny Pickett, who we haven't mentioned yet because he's hurt. And we all said this. You can't make the team in the tub. You can't make it in the
They definitely said that during commercial, right?
Flacco, I think, was the safest pick. That was the pick that get us going. Right, we got 6 quarterbacks on the roster. But Flacco, he's a Super Bowl winning quarterback. He still has something in the tank. I think he still can get the job done.
How much is the question?
And that is I don't think it's going to last.
Can it go 3 weeks?
I want him to last. That's up to our offensive line.
Correct.
I want him to last, right? But if he comes out, because before week 10, if we're 2-5, if we're 2-4, it may be time. You know what I mean? Because if these guys can provide something, and also it can't be the defense. The offense can't be leading everybody, and we can't stop nobody, and we're 2-5 because of our defense, and now you want to make a quarterback change. It has to be because Flacco's lost a certain step that's hindering this offense from progression. I think that's the only time that you will see a quarterback change if it's Flacco's fault. And I feel like it's hard for me to see Flacco fumbling and messing up that bad that we have to change.
He can still be a very capable quarterback and still lose football games. He can play solid football and they still lose games no matter what the case may be. I just think that at some point we need to find out whether or not the 2 kids can play and be a starter in the National Football League. And the only way we're going to do that, it ain't going to be OTAs. It ain't going to be preseason. It's going to be live November, December football. Now, I hope they stay healthy. I hope they're, 6-4 at some point, and they don't get to play because Flacco's playing so well
Absolutely.
for the city. But in reality, that probably is not going to happen.
Okay. Well, let me say this. I'm sitting up here.
I like how Mr. Langhorn talks. He's talking that kind of talk I like.
I'm sitting over here laughing. I'm sitting over here laughing, listening. I'm listening to this conversation from you two. Listen to this. We all know Flacco, who he is, who he's always been. He's been the same, and he's going to do the same thing that he's been doing. He's going to throw us some touchdowns. He's going to throw plenty of interceptions. That's going to happen. Now, when that's going to transpire and what part of the season, we all don't know. Now, we hope, I guess we're all sitting there hoping that Flacco could take us throughout the season. Flacco could take us to win 11, 12,
Flacco
13
fever,
games.
Part 2.
Mm-hmm.
We hope he just get that burst of energy where he could just do everything right. But the chances of that happening
Slim to
none. So again, these 2 young quarterbacks, they're gonna get their chance. And we talk about Kenny Pickett. the hell out of here. I mean, Kenny Pickett. I mean, come on, guys. Let's be.
I never was big on Kenny Pickett. I'm for the underdog though. I'm for the guys proving us wrong. Even Dillon Gabriel. I believe Shador is the better quarterback when you're talking about the two. But I don't mind Dillon Gabriel coming back and proving us wrong, and then we seeing something like a Baker Mayfield in the flesh again. I don't mind underdogs coming through. So whatever we say, guys, I know they be listening. You know, Kenny Pickett, I don't mind seeing him come back and ball, but I just don't see it. I don't think a team would be afraid of us if we have Kenny Pickett starting for our team.
I think it's fair to say, and you guys correct me if I'm wrong, I think it's fair to say that we don't care. Out of all the quarterbacks we have right now on this roster, we don't care which one emerged and is that guy that could take us where we want to go, and that's to a Super Bowl. Not only get there and win a Super Bowl. We don't care if one of those guys is on the roster. We will get behind that guy 100%. Is that fair to say?
Absolutely.
That's fair.
Hanford, now you did allude to, Flacco's age. He's 40-year-old quarterback. Do y'all prefer y'all's QBs to be a little older? And with that being said, with him being older, how long can he hold on to this job?
Oh, that's good because we age like dogs. Football ages us like dogs.
I can't do it like Top Dog.
Flacco is an older dog in this league. And he's equivalent to a 16-year-old dog.
Yeah.
And 16-year-old dogs, they're living their last times. You know, he was on the couch last season, right?
Yeah.
And we got him off and revived him. But he's living on borrowed time. He can pull a Brady. Yeah. I hope so.
There is a thing called the football gods. And 2 years ago when Flacco got here off the couch, he lit fire to this city, and they won a ton of football games. And he had a horrible playoff game. Last year he was at Indy. He played for a while, then he got benched for Richardson, who is the starter there. We don't know what he's capable of. We know he can still throw it deep.
Yeah.
We know he knows what he's doing and understands what he's doing. He's going to have a lot of young players on his team. Can they protect him? Can they run the football? Can the defense stop people? There's a lot of variables that go into games, and yet we have no clue how they're going to play out until we get to Cincinnati and Baltimore and Green Bay and all these other teams.
You don't know until the games come on, until the play.
He may come out on fire. You just don't know.
And Maria, to answer your question, we don't care. We don't care how old he is, how young he is. All we care about is him performing.
Right.
As long as he performs, we don't care. We just want to win football games, and that's the way we go about this whole thing in the National Football League.
Do y'all think he was always going to be named a starter, or did the QB injury have something to do with that?
Well, let me say this. And I'll be quick on this. I go back to, we had, I think it was it 88 or it was 85? Well, I can't remember the year. We had, was it Gary Daniels? Gary Daniels.
Mike Pago.
Yeah, but Gary Daniels was late 30s. I think he was maybe 35, almost 40 years old. And but he could play.
Right.
I mean, we didn't care as long as you could play. That's all that matters.
And that same season, we ended up bringing Don Strock from off the golf course in Doral to play and lead us to the playoffs in '88.
Yeah.
And he was suntan.
But let's be real.
Short.
As long as they get the job done.
But let's be real.
Thanks for bringing us back there.
I'm going.
They went down memory lane right there.
Let's refocus it a little bit. Y'all know, because I was like that as a younger player. Whenever we had older players come, their best football was past them.
Yeah.
Their best football was gone, and we just needed this one thing for them. Either a nickelback who used to be a baller starting corner who's now playing nickel like Dion did when he came in and played for the Ravens. But you get these guys in the end of their career, and you just need them to do one task. And I think for Flacco, at this point, just need to run the offense effectively, efficiently, and deliver good balls. We're not asking him to run around the pocket or do amazing things. And that's why it's going to be and have to be a team effort.
And I think the key to that will be the offensive line.
Right.
Getting the ball to the tight ends and being able to run the football and control the line of scrimmage and win on third down.
Hey, Dawgs, y'all see Flacco right now. He's walking around in practice in camp with his chest all stuck out right now, because he's been named the man. Flacco!
He's the guy.
It's true. Now, I seen Ocho Cinco on the podcast, and he alluded to Flacco, I guess he chokes mid-season. Anybody want to speak on that?
What What Hanford just said.
Well, you did say you give us some good balls.
Throw a bunch of touchdowns.
But what is that about? What is that? How does that even happen?
That's kind of like
you have a good run for about 4 or 5 games.
Is it like Jameis?
He's not as bad as Jameis Winston.
Okay.
Because it only came out in the playoffs.
Yeah. Right.
We only seen in the play. That's what started Flacco fever. We saw Flacco's the Super Bowl
we didn't
Flacco.
play 10, 11 games here and hit it up.
And
we didn't see any mistakes that big until that playoff game.
But we know Flacco can play. We can only hope that he can make it through a whole season. Right. But again, if I was a betting man, if I was a betting man,
they got backups for a reason.
This is under Coach Stefanski. We're not going to ask Flacco to have to stand back there in the pocket.
Yeah.
Some games, and we will talk about this later in the show, some games you're going to have to be able to hand the ball off. And it's not going to be in Flacco's hands. You're going to have to throw some quick tight end passes. We're going to have to be able to, again, hand the ball off and let the run game speak for the game and not leave it in Flacco's hands because of his age.
Hey, you know what? Maria gonna kill all of us if we don't take a break.
He said we got some time. We got time to kill. We got 2 minutes. You good?
I
2 more minutes.
Good,
you got
then. Okay, good.
There's a couple of things that I noticed in the preseason with Shador and with Gabriel in the way that they were throwing the ball quick. And there's an old phrase called pitch and catch. Yeah. First down, you get it out 5 or 6 yards. Now it's 2nd and 4, which creates a better opportunity for your offense, takes a lot of pressure off your quarterback. And if we're going to do those things with the nice little receivers, a young man that's coming in, Bond, and if you still got the new tight end from Bowling Green along with Njoku, there's a lot of opportunities to play dink and dunk, move the ball down the field, and then be efficient in the red zone. That's, to me, don't turn the ball over. Don't make mistakes and be efficient.
Got to help him out. Got to help him out.
And if your defense can do what they're capable of doing and keep people to 15, 17, 19 points, you can win games in the National Football League.
Yeah, and I think that's why I think, just for what you just said, Flacco gives us the best chance right now.
Yeah.
We haven't seen Shador and Gabriel enough to make a statement. I would be surprised if any one of them two was named the starter because we just haven't seen enough. Right. You know, not even a full game from either one of them. And I think preseason they need this.
And then I hate this. We only play 3 preseason games. Right. I mean, I just absolutely hate it because you really need that 4th game in order to get the guys ready. Because I think all of us sitting up here on the couch right here, we played 4 preseason games. I mean, me personally, I talk about that last preseason game. I wanted to play pretty much the whole game because it gets you ready. You know, I want to hit somebody. I want somebody to hit me. And
you're old school.
They would have
had to take you out the game.
All right, now hold on.
Wait a minute, don't you start.
Wait a minute now. We got to talk about this new school now. Dylan Gabriel, he made his NFL debut that last preseason game. We got to talk about it when we return. Is that cool?
Okay.
Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back.
This segment is also brought to you by Smart Choice Baths.
If your bathroom needs an update, the team at Smart Choice Baths has you covered. Whether you're looking to replace your shower or do a whole bathroom remodel, Smart Choice can offer you the quality and expertise you'll need to make that experience an enjoyable one.
They offer custom designs tailored to your style and needs and have safe and accessible solutions with their walk-in options and other safety features. No matter what you need, they have you covered.
And right now they're offering $1,250 off all bathroom projects plus a free luxury upgrade. And it gets even better with their low monthly payments starting at just $199 per month or 0% financing for 24 months.
So be sure to check them out at smartchoicebaths.com or give them a call at 844-GET-SMART to set up a free estimate today. And don't forget to mention the Big Play bonus to receive an additional 10% off all promotions. Pick 6 is brought to you by Northeast Factory Direct.
Whether you're remodeling your kitchen, updating your furniture, freshening up your patio, or looking for a new mattress, Northeast Factory Direct is the place for you.
No fancy showrooms, no high-pressure salesmen, just high-quality items and great prices.
And it gets even better for our listeners. Just click the link in our socials and fill out what you're looking for, and we'll hook you up with a Big Play discount.
So visit them today in Cleveland. Euclid, Macedonia, and North Canton, or check them out online at northeastfactorydirect.com.
All right, you guys, welcome back to the Top Dog Show. Now, this segment right here is called Pick Six, and it's brought to you by Northeast Factory Direct.
Oh, man, I tell you, they do a great job. You know, anybody want to know when they go in there? Just ask for the Top Dog Special.
Oh, the Top
and
Dog
you know what they need to do,
Hold
guys?
on, do I get a deal?
You get a
I
deal.
need
You
some
know what you need,
stuff
Josh?
on
You know
my
what you
baby.
Got him a deal.
No. This is what you guys. I know you guys would do this
I know
too.
these
The
guys.
same
I got
thing.
furniture in my house, bro.
The same thing I would do. Wait till they ring it up, and right before they tell you how much it is. Then mention it to
Hit 'em
them.
with that- the top-
Then
the
you can
Top
get
Dog
that
Special.
extra right there with that Top Dog
That's what I'm
Special.
saying.
If it don't
Ain't no
work,
wrong with extra.
I'm going to call you.
Right.
I'm going to FaceTime you.
Bill it.
Because I need some stuff from Northeast Factory Direct. Y'all hear that? Northeast
like
Factory
that.
Direct?
Yeah,
So when
deal.
I come there, now you're going to have everybody saying, oh, I'm sorry, the Top Dog Special.
Yeah.
You know, I got
When they say who,
I gotta, you know, I gotta tell him too, because he, you know, every time you know, I always work out and I do the elliptical, and he's always coming up to me at the elliptical talking about it. He just loves it when we talk about everything that he's got going on up there. But I'm telling you,
So he's your lifeline when we all call
Dog,
and saying it. Okay.
Hey, I don't have a problem with name dropping. Name drop, right. All right, now let's get into it. The Browns 22, Eagles 13. Dylan Gabriel's debut. What did you think, Mr. Dixon? What you got?
you know what? I thought the kid performed pretty well. You guys can answer the question on the interception that he threw, because my understanding is the receiver didn't do, or whoever it was didn't do what he was supposed to do in order to maybe continue the route or break that up. But I thought overall, guys, I thought he performed well.
same with me. I mean, when I turned it on, I saw him throwing darts. I think he was 5 or 6, and throwing the dinks and the dunks and getting the ball to the other guys, letting guys create opportunities for themselves. The only thing is that he didn't score, and he did have the 2 turnovers. Now, no matter who was at fault, and of course they said the tight end and receiver were too close together, which is a no matter what you do. But he did not get touchdowns. The other guy did. And if you compare notes that tight, then you'll use that. But as far as what I saw, he's a capable quarterback in the National Football League.
Definitely a capable quarterback. I didn't see too much of his size being a problem. I seen a little more than dinks and dunks. He was throwing some good dig routes, some corner routes, and putting a lot of zip on the ball, which was powerful for me to see. I was in the middle of texting someone to say how good. I'm like, oh, he's throwing them and completing them. And then as soon as I was texting, I'm like, yeah, your boy looking good. The pick six.
Yeah, I was going the other way.
Going the other way. And I didn't send the text. And you said it was the receiver doing the wrong route. I was a quarterback in college.
Okay.
Receiver do the wrong route. I'm coming off of him in the progression.
So he's got to know not to throw
He's got to
that.
go off of him and throw it in the ground.
Okay.
I'd rather look bad throwing it in the ground than have a pick six. And the problem with me with that was decision making. And you're on a spotlight. There's another guy trying to take your spot. There's 5 other ones, just to name a few. But when we talk about that, his performance, solid. Minus the pick six and the turnovers and a non-scoring opportunity. Right. He looked good. He looked capable. I need to see more. That's it.
But do you guys think when he threw the pick six, he couldn't see?
You know what? Okay,
It
so
shouldn't have been a
I
pick
understand
six
what
for me.
Josh is saying, and as a receiver and being out there, things happen quick. So if he's supposed to throw the ball to someone immediately, and that's what he sees, and if somebody's defender is coming off of someone, it can easily be an interception. Not all the time does a quarterback see all 5 guys in one spot. He knows where you're supposed to be, and he throws to that spot. So, yes, he could have thrown it in the dirt. Yes, he could have not seen. But for to put it on him individually and say that's all his fault, I don't like when people do that, because I need to see the wide 22, the progression where the ball should go, who ran the right route, who ran the right depth, which is a big thing. No one breaks it down like that. We all are so quick to jump on someone's side. So I don't know if this young man threw the ball wrong or he threw it perfectly and the guys ran the wrong route.
There were 2 receivers.
They're not supposed to be there. You know that.
And they were together like me and you. And guess where the DB was? Right in the middle of them. And that's the person who called him. So that's why I say it's definitely not all on Dylan, because you had 2 of your own guys right there.
Yes, sir.
And that one in the middle was the one to catch the ball. As a quarterback, I'm going to look at that and say, I ain't going to throw this ball to y'all. I'm going to somebody else who's going to at least attempt to. Somebody should have had a hand in there, or they should have both been trying to catch the ball. But 2 against 1, and the guy was in the middle, and I didn't see nobody try to go for the ball. That was a problem for me. But ultimately, it's the quarterback's fault. I was a quarterback. You assume responsibility for the ball. Even if it's your receiver's problem, you have majority, 60% of it is already your fault.
Well, I have to say this on a serious note. I was only kidding when I said he couldn't see. That was a joke about the guy.
Yeah, why you didn't laugh? You should have laughed. I laughed.
Yeah.
We didn't buy into that.
I was saying maybe he didn't see it.
I consider that too. I thought,
My son is taller. And look,
those linemen are tall.
He-
Y'all know that.
It is going to be an issue.
Yeah.
It's just one more thing for him to overcome. I think he can do it.
But
He
I'll
did it at
say,
Oregon.
I'll say this. I thought the kid had a command of the whole offense. I thought
Absolutely.
That's what I saw.
I thought he was in control. Do I think he played better than Shedeur? No. Do I think Shedeur is a better quarterback? Yes, I do. But here's what I can say about Dylan. You can't help but like him. I mean, I've never met him, but I've listened to him talk, and he just comes across, just a really, really good kid, nice kid. And I hope he's successful. And I hope he's one of the quarterbacks, on our team. And who knows, if he emerges as the number one guy, and if he, I'm behind him 100%. I am. I just think, and everybody's got their own opinion. Right. I just think after watching him perform and watching Shedeur perform, I think Shedeur is a better quarterback. But again, we haven't seen enough of him. We need to see more.
And I'm not going to argue with you in this thing at all. But what I will say is this. The Dylan kid has been to a few different universities.
Yeah.
He's played a long time in college.
Yeah.
He's had to fight and claw to get where he is. So I have to give him that respect. He's going to get an opportunity because he's a third-round pick, and the organization hate to make themselves look stupid by picking a quarterback and not giving him a fair opportunity. Shedeur Sanders can play the position.
Yeah.
He is going to get his fair shot. And that's my thinking is, as this season goes, we don't want to have a losing season. None of us want to go there when it's going to be cold outside and we've won 3 games. But I tell you what will happen. When these young kids get a chance to play, people are going to come out. Yeah. The networks are going to be cranked up because they're curious to what we're going to do with Shedeur Sanders because of all of the stuff that had transpired from him not getting drafted to now all of a sudden he can play. Why did he get picked? All of that drama. The United States of America is watching this kid play ball. Absolutely. Most sales in all uniforms in the NFL. There's a big story brewing here. And if you don't get on the train, you're in trouble.
Absolutely. And I have to say this quickly. Shedeur scratched and clawed too, right?
Yes, sir.
He came from the HBC, right? And then went to Colorado.
Listen, I'm an HBC guy. Man.
Right.
HBCU.
But he had to claw from that, right?
Respect, Josh.
That's the respect. He had to claw. That's
Was it Jackson State?
Yeah, Jackson State. But he clawed from there
to Colorado
to do it in big, in big time football, as they say, right? In college football, they both have, right? But when we're looking at the two, would you say this? If Dylan Gabriel didn't turn the ball over, would you say he had a better performance than Shedeur Sanders?
But
he didn't turn the ball over because he turned the ball over twice.
Scoring points to me is big.
It's the most important thing.
Scoring points to me is big. You get down in the red zone. You've got your team down there. Can you put it in the end zone? That's big to me.
Absolutely.
And we can't say if he wouldn't have turned it over because he did.
Because he did.
And that's what we have to go by.
Last thing I got to say. If we're looking at the two, Shedeur looks like the quarterback.
Yes.
Right? He looks like he can lead this team.
Yes.
And it's nothing against today.
I
think I'm not going to say I think he's ready to go. You all have these issues that, that rookie bumps.
Yeah.
But when
he's
going to
make mistakes.
2 of them side by side, if Dylan is a quarterback and he's playing good, again, I like a guy who comes back as a straight dog. Yeah. But when we're looking at them, I think he's too small to play this to command this team. I just think to hold up in the AFC North. That's all.
So I'm trying to be fair.
Prove us wrong, though, right?
I know that there was a ball when Shedeur was playing. They hit a defensive back, it dead in his chest, and he dropped the ball. That could have easily been an interception, which would have stopped the scoring drive. So there's a little bit of luck and a little bit of things that happen with this. I truly believe in a matter of time, a matter of plays, it all is going to come out. Mm-hmm. I think Shedeur is probably the better prototype quarterback. He's been in that kind of system. He understands it. I guess his ability to just draw men together. Yeah. You see teams guys on the defense, guys all around that organization seem to like this young man a lot. He has a lot going for him, which is what quarterbacks do. They draw men unto them.
That's a good segment.
And yeah,
Remember that.
I think that's going to be a major factor in him having success, because there is something about wanting to play for a quarterback. When we're friends out there and your guy's under center, you just run faster, you play smarter, you catch tougher.
Bernie Kosar. Bernie Kosar.
Yeah, he was my quarterback and always will be my quarterback and friend.
All right, now we like Shador. Hanford said he likes Dylan Gabriel, but a lot of people didn't like that comment he made. So this segment right here is brought to you by our friends at Northeast Factory Direct. Thank you so much. We got to talk about that comment. Don't you guys go anywhere. We'll be right back. Thanks again to our friends at Northeast Factory Direct.
Check them out at any of their great locations in Cleveland, Euclid, Macedonia, or North Canton.
And remember to ask them about the Big Play bonus.
This week's preview is brought to you by Pure AV.
Football season is just around the corner, and Pure AV has everything you need to get your man cave ready with their high-performance audio and video displays.
And if you're worried about keeping a clean interior, they offer hidden audio and video options that allow you to keep that elegant look without sacrificing your favorite technology.
Pure AV can set you up with invisible architectural speakers that are hidden in your walls and ceilings, as well as disappearing TVs that vanish behind art or mirrors.
The guys over at Pure AV are constantly repairing or finishing other AV companies' botched jobs. So why not call them first to eliminate that hassle and headache?
Visit pureavcorp.com today to see everything they offer for your home. Welcome back to the Top Dog Show, presented by our friends at Pure AV. Now, we got to get into this statement that kind of shook the world, okay? I got it right here. Dylan Gabriel said during a halftime interview, there are entertainers and there are competitors. So, of course, it started trending. And, Hanford, let me just fill you in. They feel like he's taking shots at Shador because, you know, his family's very popular. They've had reality shows. They're really popular on social media.
Yeah.
Do y'all think it was a shot at Shador, Josh?
Now, I'm gonna say this. The question was, he was asked by Aditi about his ability to tune out external distractions and avoid letting outside noise affect his performance on the team. That's what he was asked about external things. So this is what gives, in my mind, him cover, because it's the noise and the distractions of him saying they're entertainers. However, when we look at the climate that we're in now, I don't want to say he was talking about Shador only because it makes me say that I feel like he's an entertainer, Shador Sanders. I don't think he's an entertainer. I think he can play ball. However, in the climate and how it was said and taken, it felt like a shot because they're in direct competition with each other. So it's as if, how can you not be talking about him? But the question was, how does he perceive the outside external distractions and all the noise going around the league? And maybe he should have answered it in a better way. So to eliminate him being a quarterback and being in the limelight, eliminate the confusion, eliminate the possibility, right, of it being compared to your counterpart who's in the locker room, who's in your meeting room, Shador Sanders.
So for me, I could care less. I genuinely could absolutely care less. Y'all too sensitive. Mm-hmm. Y'all too sensitive. We play football. Listen, when they brought in a receiver from somewhere else every year, I hoped he dropped every ball in practice. Every single ball until he made the team. And then we're teammates. But until then, I want him to fail.
You got to get that check, don't you, dog?
I got to get my paper, too. So for this being as
but
much
are you
as it
saying
is,
that?
this is being as, no, I'm not saying it. And in my thinking, what I heard, it would sound like he's throwing shade because of all the aura of the Sanders family. But at the same time, he was referring to the people in the media being the entertainment side and him being in competition. So he's a young kid. So he had to, if he had a slip, if he meant it, I don't care. They're in competition.
Absolutely.
It's like not everybody gets a participation trophy.
Yeah. Yes.
We're playing football, Top.
But you know what, though? I have to say this. Dylan is a smart.
Get a little dap on there.
Dylan is a smart young man. And I hope that he's not or wasn't throwing shade on his teammate, because we're part of a fraternity out there, and we all have each other's back. even though you may not want a receiver to catch every ball, you still.
Remember I played with you about 8 years.
You still have his back. You still a team player. You still want to win with him. And listen to me, I was a team player.
This is
I have my
he's coming for your
boys
job,
back.
if he's coming for your job,
If he's coming for my job,
Can you believe
know what
they
I have
bringing
to do?
Ray Claiborne in
You know
here?
what I have to
Can
do?
you believe they bringing
I
Ray
have to
Claiborne?
step up my
Play no
game.
more.
I have to step up my game to keep my job. I'm not. If he's coming after my job, I'm not going to dog you out on
the media.
To
I
the
got the
media.
tapes.
I'm not going to do that.
I got the
I'm
tape.
not
he was
going to do
recording
that.
the whole time.
You can pull the tapes, but you would never pull a tape for me to talk bad about one of my teammates. It's in the media. It's not going to happen.
Okay,
it's not
I can
going to
see
happen.
that.
So
I can
he's smart enough, I think, not to do that. But I could see how it was interpreted. I can
see how it's interpreted, too.
Yeah.
Get it?
What
Yeah.
about him being under the Oregon coach and when he was playing Colorado? He said they're playing for. I think he was referring to Coach Prime. They're playing for click. They're trying to win clicks. We're trying to win games. So it's like if you're coming under that philosophy where you're trying to make the Sanders family look like they're not the real deal, which we know we saw Shador play. We know he's a real deal. Why try to devalue or demote them down to they're just entertainers? When actually we are a
Who won
sports
that
and
game?
entertainment show. When y'all play
Who
football,
won that game? Oregon, Colorado. Y'all remember?
Yes.
who won?
Oregon.
I guarantee you this, though. I guarantee you there's people in his circle have grabbed him right away and talked to him and say, hey, comments like that we can't make. Even though, you may not mean it the way it
You can
sounded.
say whatever you want as long as you can back it up.
No. Not about
know
your
what?
teammates.
You can say what.
Not about your
They ain't
teammates.
teammates yet.
You can't.
They're
They are
trying to get on
teammates.
the
You
team.
can't do that to your
The final
teammates.
53, we become buddies. But until then, we are enemies.
No, if you're teammates, the
Man,
other
I'm-
team is the enemy. You guys are
you are
together.
not the same
Now
Hanford
I'm
you can't do
torn.
it.
that I watched in
You
training
can't
camp
do
and
it.
played with
You
for
can't
6
do it.
years.
I ain't
You are
never.
not- you
I
soft.
have
I can't
never.
believe
He got
I have
soft. He
never.
got a heart now. He got a
I
heart
have
now.
Can't believe
never.
we're witnessing this.
He's
see,
soft.
on the
He
show.
don't go
It's just
soft.
a little friendly
Here it is.
banter.
I'm not soft toward the other team. I'm not soft toward the enemy. I'm not soft toward the opponent. But when it comes to my teammates, I got your back.
I understand.
And I hope you have
I
mine.
understand, however, what Reggie is saying is something that I experienced too. You're playing first for the names on your back.
Right.
You are the entity. When I played, I was the entity of Josh Cribbs and co. Right? You're getting paid a check. He's getting paid a check, and he has to survive. If your guy, the other quarterback, the other DB takes your spot, you're on the street. So
Whose fault is that? Yours or his?
Exactly.
Let him finish.
Therefore, I was in the same situation when I was lining up. I did everything right, and then the defense changed. My route changed too. So I'm looking down the line at a guy who I should not name, but he was looking at me. I'm looking at him. I'm like, bro, what I got? What route I got, bro?
Want me to name him?
And he was quiet.
That's
he
different.
didn't tell me the route.
That's
because I was
different.
He
there
didn't shame you
take
to the
his
media.
job.
That's
He didn't
different.
shame you to the media.
That's different.
He didn't
That's
say-
different
It
than
is
what we're
different.
talking about.
But
You're
I
talking
was
about
still-
something totally different.
I still was like, that son of a... And I ran the wrong route.
And
he
which you
could've
could
told me.
you could say that,
Why
but
he gonna
that's
help you
different.
take his job?
Exactly.
Okay,
But
so-
it's a dog-eat-dog world until you're on the 53 roster.
Okay, so all of that happens, which to me still is not a big deal. I just think it's too sensitive. All the whole comments about it all is too sensitive. And at some point when this season gets started and they're both on the team, this is what's going to happen. We good? We good?
No.
Nah, we ain't good.
No, we ain't good.
You try to play.
We good.
No,
That's
we
how it
ain't
goes.
good.
Let's get it. And then
We're
we
not
move on.
good now.
But in the
Nah,
You
we
think
gonna
we
never
good?
be
Hell
good.
no, we ain't
gonna
good.
never
You
be
know,
good.
you
Yeah,
gonna
you
talk
know.
He didn't have to do
about
that.
me like
Yeah.
that? Hell no, we
didn't
ain't
have to do
good.
that.
What did he say?
But I'm not gonna
What
say.
did he say so bad?
I said he didn't. I don't think he meant to do that. But you guys are saying that it's okay to do it, and
like
that's
he's
not
throwing
okay.
in something.
In the
I'm not
hype of the
saying it's
game,
okay.
you're interview. They're getting interviews now during
Right,
the game.
right.
We're not saying
Your
it's
logic
okay.
is down. You're hyped up.
I heard
Can't
the
do it.
question.
Can't
it was
do
about
it.
external distractions.
Can't do it.
So are y'all saying Dylan Gabriel it's not affecting him at all? That everyone seems to want
It is
Shador.
affecting them. It should.
And so it came out
That's a
during the
part of the game.
halftime interview.
And I wouldn't be surprised.
And Reggie saying, so
if
what?
Dylan is the guy that we think is, I wouldn't be surprised if he pulled Shador or whatever to the side and say, "Hey man, regardless of what all the chatter is, again, I didn't mean it like
Absolutely.
And
that."
he did
I didn't
say
mean
that
it like
media.
that. Yeah.
He said he was talking about
Yeah.
the entertainment. He's
Yeah.
talking about the media. And, yeah.
We good?
Well, if you didn't mean it, but if you intentionally meant it, hell no, we ain't good.
I don't want to ever good beef with Reggie, okay? Just know that. Look, that was a great segment, y'all. Don't go anywhere, you guys. We'll be right back. Thanks again to our friends at Pure AV. Be sure to check them out at pureavcorp.com. Around the League is brought to you by Preston Superstore. It's officially tailgate season, and right now you can take advantage of Preston Superstore's incredible offers on new Ford F-150s and Chevy Silverados. And they do more than just trucks. They make the whole car buying process easy with 3 dealerships located in nearby Burton, Preston Chevy, Preston Ford, and Preston Kia. Preston Superstore is family owned and operated for over 30 years. They truly care about their customers and the communities they serve. So go check them out right now in person or online at PrestonSuperstore.com. You'll be glad you did. All right, you guys, welcome back to the Top Dog Show. Now, this segment right here is called Around the League and is brought to you by Preston Superstore. Now, you got a deal over here?
You know, it's so funny because they have the greatest little saying. I think it goes something like, the nicest people serving the nicest guests over at Preston. And they always start off with the old man and then the daughter and his wife get into it. But
commercial?
Yeah. You've heard it before, haven't you heard it?
Yeah.
The nicest people serving the nicest guests.
Make you feel like family.
Yeah.
I could use something. I could use a new ride.
Hey, you better watch out,
Yeah.
though. Hey, last time I checked, those plates said dealers deal over there.
Get my own deal. Come on, Preston. Give me a little something, right?
There you go.
All right, now look, the Browns, they acquired a new player, Isaiah Bond. You brought him up a few segments ago. Y'all like the acquisition?
I heard him doing an interview on the way here, and he seems really excited about having an opportunity to play. You know, whenever someone gets in a little bit of issues that is outside of football, there's something about most people, I won't even say just football, that when you think things going to be taken away from you, it makes you so thirsty to have another chance to do it. So I'm looking forward to him
do it
getting
the right
out
way.
there. I'm looking forward to his energy.
Right.
Now he's a shorter guy, fast, and we've done this before with fast, small guys. But I'm hoping this one can catch and is tough and can give us some returns. But we need another football player. We need another receiver. I am unsure for this group at receiver until this kid gets going.
See, I didn't have that outlook at it. That's a great way to see it, that they're thirsty after something happens. And I don't know how to feel about this until he gets here and plays. Unfortunately, I believe that this signifies that they're not going to be trying to trade or acquire Terry McLaurin from the Washington Commanders. And that is an acquisition that I would have loved to have here, because that's the one guy I would love to have on my fantasy team. A guy who's a sure-handed playmaker.
He'd be number one coming in the door.
And he'll play opposite of Judy.
Yep.
And it'll be him, Judy, and whoever else is next, Deontay, whoever. And I just, I hope he pans out for this football team. I hope it works out, because he was good in college. He had the plays on film. The film is there for him. Now, does it translate to the NFL level?
I hope we can find a receiver that can catch and run. And we very seldom get guys that get yak after they catch the football. Right. And we haven't seen somebody be elusive. I thought Elijah Moore would be that guy.
In their prime.
The Bale kid.
Right.
They were small, elusive guys, but very seldom do we see him make a miss people and go 40 or 50 yards and score. It just was missing out of the game.
Who was the Ravens receiver who they acquired a few years ago? Flowers. Like that.
Deverney.
Yes.
Got a couple of
guys who can get yak and explosive after the catch.
Well, let me say this about the kid. I think we found him, because let me tell you why. Because you're talking about a kid, as you already talked about, a kid, they don't come any faster. This kid runs a 4.2 40. I mean, 4.2, and that is absolutely flying, because I'm the guy that's got to sit down and try to bump and run and got to stay up with him. Another reason why it's just perfect. The kid is hungry. I mean, the kid is absolutely hungry right now. I think when you look at the contract he's signed, I think he signed maybe a 3-year, $3 million contract. Guaranteed. That's a steal. Right. That is absolutely a steal.
Telling Maria
where would he have been drafted?
That is a steal for him. He would have been drafted, I think. I don't know where, but I know he would have been drafted. Right. Now, that I don't know. But I'm telling you guys, watch and see what I tell you about this kid. This kid is hungry. He can play. And we all witness him in college. I mean, we know what kind of guy he is. And you talk about we need a guy that can catch the ball and then be able to run after the catch. Mm-hmm. He is that guy.
Good.
Hopefully, I think between him and Jerry Jeudy, they will complement each other really, really well. Because we need receivers, guys. Let's face it. We got we got tight end Njoku and Fanny. I even like the kid that he got hurt, pulled his hamstring. The kid from
from Kent State.
From Kent State. Floyd.
Luke.
I mean, I like him. Hopefully, he's back on this team
He
because
was balling. I think they're gonna bring him back for practice squad.
Unbelievable guy. I think he'd be a great asset to this football team.
Absolutely.
But you guys know we can't, even though we need to be able to run the football, we can't just run the football. Right. We have to be able to throw it.
Absolutely.
Sometimes on that 3rd and 15, or, third and long, we got to be able to throw the football. And I think this kid is going to really, really help Flacco.
All right, they said the Browns
has been one of the biggest big-time throw guys in the league since he's been playing. So we could use that.
The Browns typically keep 6 wide receivers on their 53-man roster. Do you see what 6 do you see making the roster though? You got Jerry Jeudy, Cedric Tillman, Jamari Thrash. They're all listed as starters. So is this Isaiah Bond with this 3-year?
Somebody said they're going to keep 4 quarterbacks.
Things changing in the league. Right.
They would have like 2 linemen.
Somebody's getting traded out of the quarterback room. I think there's going to be a lot of trades before the season, before week 1. Thrash was looking good in preseason to me, and I think he looked good last
Davis.
Season. And Bell?
Yeah.
Bell?
No.
Davis.
Davis, the kid that caught, was it Davis, the kid that caught the 2?
Caden Davis.
Caden Davis caught the 2 touchdown passes.
But it's all how the GM sees you. It's all how they look. You can catch every pass. You can catch one-handed pass.
Yeah.
You can do what Luke Florio was doing and still not make this team.
Right.
They sometimes it's just not in the cards for you at this moment. It's just not. It's just not. And you make the team sometimes through injury, and there's been a lot of it. But for me, they just got acquired Bond, right? 3 year, $3 million. So he's going to have a spot in his roster in some shape or form. So when you're looking at the starting guys, you're looking at I think Thrash makes this team. I think Thrash. I think Cedric Tillman. Cedric makes it, and Jeudy. And from there, I don't know. From there, it's a question mark. They're big question marks for me.
What's your guys' take on Bond jumping the gun, announcing that he had signed or was going to sign with the Cleveland Browns, and then the Browns was backpedaling and saying, no.
Before it was official. His agent talked to him. His agent
got excited.
And that's more likely they know things are going to happen before it actually gets done.
Yeah.
And they're not. And someone should have told him. Someone forgot to tell him, hey, let's keep this on a low real, until it gets official.
Isn't the coordinator, the quarterback coach, his guy from Alabama?
Yes.
There's a relationship.
Tommy,
right?
It's always some type of relationship that, helps these guys, the moves that's made.
Well, and that's why I'm a little bit surprised, to be frank with you. I'm a little bit shocked that I can't wait to talk to Ozzie about this whole thing, because I am happy that the Baltimore Ravens didn't bring this guy in, didn't sign him, because normally when it's a player coming out of Alabama or any place like that, they scoop him up. They understand. They scoop him up.
I want to get y'all's thoughts on the running back room. Quinshon Judkins.
Right.
Prosecutors elected not to pursue charges. He could still face a suspension, though, under the NFL's personal conduct policy. If he's able to play at all this season, how much does he change that running back room?
I think him being in that room is a significant difference. I would have loved to have him already suited and booted so we could see what he's like on the field in preseason. However, when this incident initially happened, I was feeling distraught, because our quarterbacks need a running game. They need that 2-headed monster. They need to be able to have a guy, Flacco, since he's been named the starter. He desperately needs the opportunity to just hand it off and then just go about his business, to not have to show up every game. We need a definite running attack. And I don't, off the field, that has to be, you got to kind of want on the field so much so that off the field kind of takes care of itself. When guys don't do enough or keep themselves in a way that keeps them eligible, that's a problem for me. And I was surprised seeing that from him, being an Ohio State home guy, especially with the family background he comes from. I was just so surprised at what transpired. Glad that it was dropped, but still I think there's a role for him in returning.
Yeah, you just hope the best for the young man once we've gotten to this point. The thing is, I hope we can get more information on what the league will do sooner than later. And that means that right now, if he's not getting any punishment whatsoever from the league, then I want to run him as often as possible, every chance I get in every practice that there is, so that if he gets a chance that he can play opening day, he's ready to go. Or if not, it's going to be a 4-week suspension, 6-week suspension. We'll be ready and prepared for that too. We've got some young running backs that can hold the fort down, but this guy was supposed to be our bell cow. And not having him opening day will be another strike against us as far as trying to win this opening day against Cincinnati and then going to Baltimore. Those are 2 tough divisional games.
Well, let me ask, did he sign yet?
He didn't sign.
Okay.
They haven't met. They haven't had agreement.
And that's what I'm a little bit shocked of right now. I thought because he's the only person that has not signed a contract, and you would think right now the market has already been set. But we have some guys there, like you said, that can really. Sampson, for instance, the kid out of Tennessee. I'm telling you, this kid can play too. Guys, I watched Marshall, I think is number 39. I watched him.
Mighty Marshall.
On a particular play. And he gave Shador time to throw the football. It was a pretty much all-out blitz on Shador. And he came over, man, and he picked up that blitzer. And it stuck his head in there. A lot of those running backs at all, when you got those linebackers or whatever coming in there, you don't want to stick your head. Yeah, he's hungry. I could tell that. And the guy can run pretty good, too. So I'm not too worried about that running back room. We still got, you got Pierre Strong is still there. You got Ford, who's still there. I think that running back room is going to be okay. And to answer your question, Josh, I think we're going to be able to run the football and be able to help the quarterback out.
But see, I don't want them to just be okay.
Yeah.
They have to be a monumental force on this offense for it to be successful. It's a must. As good as Flacco was with the football, throwing the passes and when he was throwing to Amari Cooper, and we have to be as equally good running the football, or those passes won't be there.
Yeah.
They'll just threaten us, say, hey, we'll line up and pass. We're going to stop the pass and dare us to run the ball. We can't just be okay. So that's my only issue. We have to be a force when it comes to running the football. Our offense have to be balanced.
And when I said okay, I didn't mean just be okay, because we have some guys that could take it the distance when they get their hands on the ball. These guys are, 210. I mean, not very tall, but you don't need to be very tall when you're running back. Not at RB. You can run the ball, and people can say what they want to say. I don't know why all of a sudden in the National Football League they say that the running back position is not a very important position. That's crazy.
It is.
I mean,
I think that they don't put a lot of emphasis on the running backs that are coming out because of the injuries, and over a period of time they run out in 4 years, and they don't want to re-sign them to big contracts. But this time of year for me is so exciting because we've seen all of the OTAs. We've seen all of the press clippings from the beginning of the draft all the way to now.
Football.
And now you get a
Watch
chance
some
to get to
football.
your 53. You get a chance to make those smart decisions. Your fans get prepared for opening day. We got Cincinnati coming in, and we'll find out what they've done in the offseason. We'll find out how smart we've gotten as an offense, how better we've gotten as an offensive line. Can the young kid from Michigan play on the nose and slow things down?
He better be able to.
I mean, can the
Five,
safeties
we
tighten
took
things
him
up?
fifth
This
pick
is
overall.
When you look at how
better be able to play.
has my football team gotten from one year to the next.
Big college games coming up too, guys. Big college games coming up too, guys.
One more big
college games coming up.
When we come back, we're going to take a trip down memory lane. Don't you guys go anywhere. We'll be right back. Thanks again to our great friends at Preston Superstore. They have the nicest people serving the nicest guests. So check them out at any of their 3 locations in Burton, or visit them online at PrestonSuperstore.com.
Down Memory Lane is brought to you by Floors.
You don't have to be a design expert to make a smart flooring decision.
At Floors, their team will help you find flooring that fits your lifestyle, look, and budget, so you can enjoy football Sundays in style and comfort.
Shop brands like Shaw, Anderson Tuftex, Cortec, and enjoy 2 years, no interest, and 10% off during Shaw's Hot Days Cool Floors event.
So check them out now at any of their locations in Strongsville, Copley, and Mayfield Heights, or visit them online at yourfloors.com.
Floors with a Z, where every step feels like home. Welcome back to the Top Dawgs Show. Now it's time to take a trip down memory lanes, brought to you by Floors. Now, guys, y'all all had y'all's preseason games. Y'all think about go back to when y'all was like fresh on the field. You suited up, your first time put an NFL uniform on. How was that experience? Like, what was it like for you? What were you thinking? Reggie, I see you looking at me. You gonna go first.
Well, I was always nervous because, I had never played in front of that many people. My first time walking into a Cleveland Stadium was the first time that I walked into a professional stadium. So for me, all of this was new. But I will tell you a quick story about my final preseason game before the final cut, which is about to happen to the young men today. We were playing the Raiders, and I ran a deep dig route, 18 yards and cut across. Gary Danielson threw the ball early and perfect. Hit me in the chest, went straight up in the air, and the Raiders intercepted it. And I didn't sleep so well that night, and I didn't sleep so well.
I was scared. Scared.
Am I gonna make
you know, it was scared.
I came into the workout facility over in Berea, and the list.
Peeping around the corner. Peeping around the corner. Hoping they don't call his name.
If my stuff's still in there, I got a chance.
Hoping they don't call his name.
And as soon as I got in front of my locker, there was a lot of reporters who came over. I remember Jeff Trudell and Tony Gross. There's a lot of reporters from the area, Marla, that were around on that time, came over. Said, congratulations, you made the team. And I hadn't heard it. I didn't know how it worked. I said, well, how you guys know it? I didn't know. He said, well, they already put the press release out. You made the team.
I wish they'd have told me, dog.
8 seconds later, Marty Shaw tapped me on my shoulder and took me outside. Gave me one of them old country boy talking to.
Wow, like, hey, bro.
Now or never.
Yeah.
So, it was a great opportunity.
Hey, dog,
the city has been wonderful to me for 40 years.
I wish they'd have told me that you had made the team, dog. I'd have tapped you on your shoulder. Hey, coach, we'll see you upstairs.
Bring your playbook.
Bring your playbook.
Coach want to see you upstairs, man. It's good knowing you. He wanted to mess with you.
Ain't right. He not right,
That would have been the best prank. For me, man, I feel like I had one of the best preseasons. I was balling, man. On all special teams. Romeo Crennel said the famous words to me: if you can beat a double vice, go down the field and tackle an NFL punt returner, you got a spot on this football team. First words I had was, what's a double vice? I had no clue.
What
a vice at?
Say, let me know.
I didn't know anything, but the drive was there. They were standing in my way from making an NFL roster, and I did whatever it took. I made tackles, made runs, and did everything so much so that the guy's spot I took, when I was on coverage units and made a tackle, he looked at me and was like, you cover too? I looked at him like, you don't? How are you still here?
How about that?
It was just me in preseason just proving that I belonged, and I did.
Very good.
Yep.
Nice.
It was a little bit different for me because
First round.
He already solidified his spot.
it was a little. I didn't have all those problems, I didn't have all those worries. I didn't have all those worries they had, It was a little bit different for me, because I walk in there with my chest stuck out, I'm first round.
Wrong with that.
I have arrived.
I've arrived. I'm a first round draft choice, and you just know that you have a spot on the team, So I'll be looking at me like
that. Looking like must be nice. Must be nice.
And
he ain't got
I remember.
You don't know how strong.
Yeah.
I remember.
You don't know.
I remember the first.
Spoon in his mouth.
I remember the first time walking, because we used to come out of the dugout. And because it was the same stadium where the Indians were playing, and we used to come out of that dugout. I remember walking out there and looking in the stands and seeing all those banners hanging all over the place. It's just an unreal feeling.
It's the same stadium that the Guardians are playing at right now?
No.
Wait a minute.
No, that's but the thing is, we were playing in the same stadium, baseball and football.
And football.
Yeah.
Wow.
But it was just different. Yeah. I mean, it was unbelievable. And you guys know the feeling I'm talking about when you walk out and look up and see 80,000 people in the stands. It's just
So y'all were all nervous though, y'all's first?
Yeah, I think we all were a little bit nervous.
Definitely.
Yeah.
I think if you ain't nervous,
I think you're lying if you say you wasn't.
I don't know why. I felt
we call them butterflies. Yeah. I ain't scared, but
I'm sorry,
but we got little butterflies.
When I watched Shador play that first preseason game, I'm like, I don't feel like he's nervous. I feel like he's
nervous.
He was nervous. Yeah, he was nervous.
It's just how you
it just seemed like
handle. See, the good players and the great players. That's why we become legends.
Yeah.
So we use that to help us play.
Yeah.
Okay.
We use those jitters. We use that nervous feeling because nervous and scared ain't the same thing.
Right.
We're not scared.
Right.
A little nervous,
Right.
never
Just a little
scared.
excited.
Yeah,
Right.
It's just we want to get it going.
Right.
It's like anxious, anxiety. You know, just we want to hurry up and play and get it over with.
If you scared, they'll run you off that field.
Right. You can't
in a
be scared.
hurry.
And we know who's
In
scared.
a hurry. Yeah, we can look in your
They
eyes.
got
You know,
that look like
in a
deer in headlights.
hurry.
The big eyes. Where they go. You got the big eyes.
Look, I tell you, we were playing Houston one time, and a linebacker said, "Don't you come in here no more. Don't you come in here no more." He says, "If you come in here one more time, I'm gonna knock you out." I went to my receiver coach and said, "Rich, I ain't going back in there."
Look, you guys. Don't go back in there, y'all. This has been a great show. Thank y'all so much for watching the Top Dog Show. We'll see y'all next week. Thanks again to Lipton Hard Iced Tea. And thank you to all of our sponsors from today's show. Smart Choice, Northeast Factory Direct, Preston Superstore, and